Hello everyone, welcome to Collective Guidance Tarot. Hello to the new people, welcome. I hope you guys are doing okay. And hi to the old people. Hi, welcome back. Thank you all for tuning in, for watching the videos, for always engaging with me on the comment section. I hope this reading finds you well. So yeah, actually thought about doing a reading. That's why I'm here. So with the whole situation about the Obamas and how they didn't invite Harry and Meghan to, I think they were having a party or whatever. So it made me think, like I was thinking about, like, how does, like, all these celebrities, how do they really feel about, Meghan Markle and Harry? How do they really view them? So I will be doing a reading on that because yeah, I mean, the fact that the Obamas didn't even like invite them, it tells you something. And they invited Chrissy Teigen, someone who was recently cancelled for like bullying and some really shady stuff. So yeah, I will be looking into that. I hope you guys are doing okay and that you don't mind this reading. So let us begin. I think Okay, I think I want to start with the tarot cards and then I'll use the archetypes. I don't know why. Recently, I want to use the tarot cards first. The Queen of Wands in reverse. There's Meghan Markle. Oh, celebration. There's the celebration, the party that they didn't go to. It's coming out in reverse. Okay. So immediately I'm getting the energy that they didn't invite her because they see her as this troublesome person. They don't want to be associated with her. I'm saying that why? Because the Queen of Wands is here. When the Queen of Wands comes out in reverse, this is someone that she's very egotistical. She is self-centered. She does not have a good track record. This is also someone that uses their charm. I think I've told you those guys before. This is someone that uses their charm to get what they want. There isn't really much talent going on. But when the Queen of Wands, when it comes out in the upright, this is someone that can be creative. As you can see, she's holding the wand, which is creativity, passion. But then since and also the sunflower, you can see she's holding a sunflower. This is someone that is content in life. The creative people. I would also see this as someone within the entertainment industry that is creative, artistic, basically content in life with the sunflower, and the one represents creativity, creative ideas, innovative ideas. And the cat represents someone that is in tune with their intuition. But then the card is coming out in reverse, so which tells me that they see her as someone that is not really creative. She has really nothing to give to the table. So yeah, and also with the cat coming out in reverse, is someone that has a lack of foresight. She's not connected to her intuition. She's reckless, and basically they don't want to associate themselves with her because they can see her shortcomings. The Four of Wands in reverse, this is a celebration card. It can represent like a party, a wedding. As you can see, people are celebrating. It's like a festive, but it's coming out in reverse, and we know that she wasn't really invited to the party. So which tells us that these cards are connected, and also she's holding a wand, and also she was expecting to be invited. She was actually anticipating, both of them were actually anticipating being invited to the party. The Eight of Wands, sorry. So with the Eight of Wands, okay, so she was anticipating this party. Why? Because she saw this as an opportunity for her to work on something, to make connections, with the pentacles, as you can see, this gentleman is working on the pentacles. He's at work, he's working on something, so she saw this as an opportunity for her to network. And usually these parties happen, the people that get invited there, they know that there's a possibility that they might meet people that they are interested in working with. So she was seeing this as an opportunity for her to go to this party, network with people, so that she can build collaborations that will bring her more money, that will bring them more money. So but then she wasn't invited, and the cards are telling us so the page of cups, there's a Harry, he's also coming out in reverse. So there's a deep sense of disregard for them. I don't think that the Obamas actually take them as serious individuals, especially if Harry is coming out as the page of cups. I don't think any of the people that they've met so far in Hollywood, they actually take them seriously. They see him as a page, they see him as a spoiled brat. And if how the Obamas, they actually they were self-made, and someone like him, he represents the opposite of that, and they don't really want to be associated with something like that. And for them to even invite Chrissy Teigen, they didn't really invite Chrissy Teigen, they invited the husband. He's more of a level-headed individual, he's talented, he's more poised than her. So that's also a benefit on her side, is that she's married to John Legend. They don't see them in a positive light, and I don't think it's only the Obamas, but a lot of people in Hollywood are actually side-eyeing them. They understand the risk that comes with working with them, because when a page comes out, this is a student learning area, energy. And I'm saying that I'm mentioning the working part because we are seeing ones is creativity, creative projects, innovation, and then pentacles are also working cards. You're working, you're going to work, you're basically taking the blueprint which comes from the ones, and then you putting that in place, which is like the physical stuff. The pentacles, you're working on your creative ideas to bring in the pentacles. I hope I'm making sense. So they see them as uncreative individuals, if that's even a word, but that's why they were not invited, because they don't really want to give her that opportunity, that they don't want to open that door for her. I don't know why I said door, but I just immediately saw a door here. They don't want to open that door for her to meet all these other people, because they know that she has a specific agenda and they don't want to be associated with that. So the Five of Cups, a lot of people are actually they basically don't want to work with them. They see them as someone, as people that if they chose to work with them, it will bring them a lot of disappointment, dissatisfaction. As you can see, this man, at some point, he was holding these cups, but now the cups are on the floor, which represent disappointment, dissatisfaction, frustration. And we've seen that with the interview that they did with Oprah Winfrey. When Oprah did that interview, she thought to herself that, wow, this is like a big break. I have Princess Diana's son. He's this person. I don't think she even cared about Meghan. But then she realized that these cups were empty. There wasn't really much they could give. So these two cups at the back, it tells me that mostly people in Hollywood, the people that were supporting them at the beginning when they first moved to Hollywood, have turned their backs on them. They're looking for other opportunities. They recognize them as a bad investment. When you're looking at it from an investment perspective, this is a bad investment. So they don't want to work with them. Okay, this card is a family card. This is the end all be all. This is success, and also the the Obamas. It's like a family, and this card is coming out in reverse. So which tells me that they don't really want to bring in anything, because the Obamas in of themselves are political people, even though Obama is not a president at the moment. He is a former president of the USA. He does not want anything that is going to tarnish his reputation. He doesn't want to associate himself with something that he knows that has the potential to mess up. I'm sorry. Yeah, he doesn't. I'm really sorry about that. He doesn't want to associate himself with anything that he knows that will jeopardize their reputation. So yeah, the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is a card of truth. There's some information that they have on them. They know that it's actually risky. You know how Hollywood is like it's like a close-knit community. The elites, they know each other. This one knows each other. They it's like a community. It's like a small community of people that have similar interests. There was some information that was revealed, and I'm getting the energy that this information was passed around. It's about this disappointment that, hey, stay away from these people. That's actually how most actresses, artists, and whatever, that's how they get removed from that small community. They tell this person, no, don't work with them. They tell this director, don't work with them. The producer, don't work with them. And then finally, no one wants to work with you anymore, because they know that working with you is risky, and people don't want you risking with their money. I need to eat something. And also I'm taking probiotics, so yeah. Oh, and also can I share something with you guys? My stomach it plays a huge role in my intuition. Like, what I eat plays a significant role in my intuition and the visions that I see. So if my stomach is happy, if my gut is happy, then yeah, even the dreams, I see vivid dreams, like lucid. My visions are very vivid. So I thought I should share that with you. So yeah, my diet affects my intuition a lot, like a lot. So that's why I have to take things like probiotics, drink kefir. But anyways, that's not important. Let's do this. So yeah, there is, why am I seeing this competition and conflict card? So they do recognize that it's basically highlighting what I've been saying about them being a bad batch to work with. No one wants to associate themselves with them because they see the potential risk that could come from them associating themselves with them. It's not only on a financial level. They do recognize that even on a social level, them actually hanging around them, they can see the potential risk. And yeah, I mean, even the mini 40 what birthday that she did, none of the celebrities actually supported that because they could sense. And you need to understand that these people have publicists, they have managers, they have people like the public relations practitioners and stuff that work hand in hand with them. They actually tell them that no, do not associate yourself with this individual. This is a potential risk. This could mess up like your reputation. So, and the Obamas didn't want to open. They knew that the people that were going to attend this party are high profile people. They didn't want to open that door for them. I see in a few years' time to come, they will be like completely excluded from that mini cycle. It's only about time. Yeah, like this not getting invited actually had a deep impact on their ego. As you can see, this is someone that is defeated. I'm saying ego because of the swords. Swords are thoughts, your inner thoughts, your mind. Yeah, so this is something that has affected them. It actually did play on their ego. They were expecting an invitation. So yeah, and it's actually said that they think that they are that important. So this is something that didn't really sit well with them. It actually forced them to sit down and really reflect, like, why didn't we get invited? They were actually, that thing where you're playing something over and over again in your mind. Yeah, this is what happened. They were busy trying to figure out why they didn't get an invitation. Okay, they do the Hollywood people actually do recognize that there isn't really much that they can give them. There isn't really much balance that will come from, because you need to understand that when these Hollywood people, when they're making collaborations and stuff, it has to be a mutually benefiting thing. That's where the skills come in. They understand that them associating themselves with them is actually not going to benefit the Obamas and all the Hollywood people. They need them more than they actually need them. But at the beginning, when they first came into the scene, when they first moved to the US, yeah, a lot of celebrities wanted to actually associate themselves with them. And it basically, at this point, I don't know if you guys can see, this man is he is in a position of power, which represents the elites and stuff, because these two people kneeling down and him standing, it represents a power dynamic. So basically the card is telling us that there are people that are getting the bigger stuff, that don't want to associate themselves with them. And currently Hollywood is actually breadcrumbing them. As you can see, this man is breadcrumbing these two individuals. They basically have to beg, because at this point no one really wants to work with them because of the potential risk that is associated with working with them. They understand that their collaboration wouldn't really be much of a mutual benefiting thing. It will benefit their harkles more than it will benefit them. So a lot of people are recognizing that, producers and whatever, they are recognizing the potential risk that is attached to working with them. So basically Hollywood is cramming them. Why? Because they didn't choose their burdens wisely. They didn't choose their battles wisely. That thing that you bid more than you could chew. That this is what this card means. They're overly burdened, which goes back to this Four of Swords card that talks about being deep in contemplation, feeling anxious, worried, doubting, like a hit to your ego. So yeah, basically they overestimated themselves. They thought that when they moved to the US, they're going to be the next best thing since sliced bread. But then, without really, remember I told you about the PR company that represents them. Without that PR company, then there's no Meghan and Harry, because that PR company literally has to work overtime to put out stories out there so that they can stay relevant on the news. So yeah, let's see what the archetypes say, and then we'll just wrap the readings. Then I'll grab something to eat. Also, another thing that's interesting, it's not related to the reading, but yeah, it's always nice to hear when when I'm going to bed, you guys are up. So that's really interesting. Like usually when I'm going to bed. It's morning. When it's at night, it's morning for you guys, and that's really interesting. And I'm glad. And also, there was a lady that taught me how to pronounce the surname of the gentleman that I did a reading of, the gentleman that is writing Meghan Markle's book. So that was also nice. Yeah, they see them as a comic. They see them as a joke, basically. And also this comic card, when it comes out in the shadow, this is someone that is very manipulative, tricks, and they do recognize the potential risk that comes. We know how Meghan Markle is. She basically they didn't really explain much to Oprah. They basically made her look like a fool because she was the one that was conducting that interview. Basically, that interview threatened Oprah Winfrey's journalistic skills. The comic, they see them as jokes. The riddle, they don't. With the riddle card, this is confusion. They see them as something that will bring in confusion, like that riddle thing. And they also with another thing is the secrecy surrounding them, all these other allegations that surround them. They don't see them as honest individuals that they can make business with. And also the village goes back to, and let me come down, the village card is a card that talks about the home, which goes back to what, the UK. And as you can see, the dog leash here. So from what I'm getting is that there is a possibility that the royal family might actually be playing a role. There are some people that are in agreement, like secretly in agreement with the royal family. And if you guys remember with the reading that I did yesterday, I pulled out a card, the Six of Cups, which talks about looking back at the past, which the past is what is home. And there's a dog leash. So basically what it's saying is that they think that when they left the royal family, they attained their power. They were more in a power seat, but they don't realize that what they left behind still has a hold on them, which is the leash card. Basically, yeah, the royal family still has them on a leash, but they don't know that. And also it ties back to the confusion card. There is so much that is confusing them because they thought that they were going to be the best thing. They were going to have all these people interested in them. Why? Because Harry is Princess Diana's child. But in as much as he is Princess Diana's son, he will never be his mother. His mother was his own mother, like she was her own person. It doesn't mean that if he's Diana's son, then he automatically then he gets the same level of importance as his mother. He's not that important. The only thing that made him important was the fact that he's Diana's son and that he was born into the royal family and that he was Charles' son. He is Charles' son. Also, the flame is coming out in reverse, which tells me that soon it's about time that Hollywood basically excludes them from this cycle that they've built, because so far they haven't really done anything to end their sport. Meghan hasn't really done much. The only thing that makes them relevant is that they're from the UK. And also I just got a message that they were more relevant when they were still in the UK, which goes back to this village card. And also the village card is that you can move away from your home, but you always have ties back to your home. So the cards are saying that they were actually more relevant when they were in the UK than they are now. Because with the royal family and stuff, that is something that is part of UK culture. So they were more relevant when they were there than they are now, and it's about time that this flame dies down. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you all for the support, the likes, subscribing. Please subscribe. Yeah, talk to me. I'm always open to chatting with you on the comment sections. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and also thank you all for the donations, for subscribing, for liking. Thank you for everything. Yeah, thank you guys. I really appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in the next reading. And also, if you have any suggestions, you can comment that. Thank you. Bye bye.